Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 235. Yes, I am back to this series, for now anyways. Right now we're discussing, well, we're not for this particular video, for the next series of videos for this series, we're discussing the final 21 episodes of Turboranger. But this video I'm discussing episodes 31 and 32 of Turboranger. This is a two-parter introducing the new character, Kurika, I think her name is. Yeah, she's a wandering Boma. She shows up in episode 31 where she basically is this strange girl. She's this girl with glasses. And it's implied she's got a crush on the Red Turboranger. Yep, implied, but never talked about. So he of course gets close to her. It's really a flashback. Apparently she's actually a fan of his because she basically has him sign a baseball that she caught. Yep, and it seems like basically because apparently these girls don't wear anything underneath their shirts, it could maybe be a bra. It seems like this is a woman who's very fit for her age. Yes, very fit. Of course, a lot of women in Japan are usually very thin. A lot of them tend to be. So they show the fact they're the high school stuff. Now, oddly enough, this basically does not feature appearance by Dr. Denzi, the fairy, who is surprisingly absent for this episode. Yes, those two are absent for no reason. As a matter of fact, the main base, the Turboranger base, which had just finished concluding its historic, basically debutant, they remarkably are absent for this two-parter. Now, I don't know. Now, I get maybe why Mika probably is not here, because they probably don't need her for this. Well, they probably could, but those two, it's not exactly explained why the mentor is not seen here. This is the first time he's missed an episode, episode 21. Yeah, not episode 21 that they actually missed an appearance by this guy. I mean, he's credited to be in the episode, but he's not here. That's a strange thing. He's actually not in this episode. I don't remember seeing this episode. Not in 32 per se. 31, I don't remember he appearing in that one. But once it comes back to 33, he's pretty much here until the finale. Yeah, that's why the fairy Celine is not here. Not really known exactly why she's not here either. She's absent for 2 straight episodes. But when she comes back, she is absent for one more episode 40, but she's here for permission until the final episode here. So of course, Yoshima, the other wandering woman, he gets involved too. And also it was like one of the monsters of the episode, where it turns out that the way she is that, well, she's a high school girl, but actually she's a wandering Boma, of course. That's the whole point of this. And by the way, at this point, the other 3 generals are gone. Yes, the Professor Limba, the Dark Boma, and the Princess, they're all gone. The Dark Boma was limited in episode 28, the Princess was limited in episode 29, and Professor Limba was limited in episode 30. So, they're gone. Basically, the leader of the 100 tribes almost only got one general left, who's a coward, and he does nothing in this two-parter. Of course, the episode started off with like, oh, let's have Yoshima basically try to get his way into the castle itself, but nope. So then, of course, he finds out that she's a wandering woman too, and then when they touch, they get red armor. Red armor does thanks them for pretty much the rest of their time in the series. So they get inside, take out the Whompers pretty easily. The general that's there, the only one that's there, the one who's basically an RV, he's taken out pretty easily. And then, of course, why are they here? Because wake up the Guardian Beast. And this shows up in episode 32, which the Beast is revived, and it is here for pretty much the rest of the series until, the penultimate episode, which, yes, it actually seems like they actually succeeded in what I wanted to do. Yeah, the monster they have does get destroyed in the episode, but at least they succeeded at what it was supposed to do. Yep. Now, of course, they revived by kidnapping a volleyball team and a basketball team. Well, a women's volleyball team and men's I'd say soccer team per se. And they get kidnapped, and then their energy is used to revive the creature. And though some of their energy was not all of it, then driving off and probably not seen again for the rest of the series. Though it's interesting that we can see the debut of this creature. It's called the Doma Bat. Doma Bat, interesting. This is the Guardian Beast, similar to the one they had back in episode 3 of the series. a character only appeared physically for one episode. A lot of the rest of the time he appears in flashback. Yep. But essentially we have this here. I mean, I kind of thought we kind of did this already, but that was the evil god in the movie. This is the guardian beast. Basically, this is Lika's counterpart for the Bulma, which is interesting. I do find that really cool. And the fact it's partially mech-wise, you got like a missile, like a gun attached, which is interesting. But this is pretty much the 2 episodes in a nutshell. It's like we introduce this character, team up, unleash a monster. Well, basically, unleash a beast, basically, see the rest of the series. And that's it. Oh, and also, I like the character with Red Turbo, where basically he has any association with her, but basically throwing the base wire back at her, knocking her off, but basically, well, does free from whatever, basically, so anything she's under. But it's definitely good here, and this is probably something that Largon himself basically wanted. It's like, okay. Oh, by the way, he does scratch Leora's face, so there's that. Did episode 32. But there's not really much else to say about these 2 episodes. And with these 2 episodes, I have 19. We're going to have to go for the whole series, okay? So that's episode of you. Next episode's going to be a Comic Corner, and then it's on to, my smartphone, okay? Next video. Bye.